Yo, what's up, guys? Mad Rambles, episode 47. As always, I will go through my keys to improve on, and because it is a Sunday, I will add two more keys that I want to improve on and focus on in the coming week, and until I obviously put two more things and then carry them on and focus on two other things. So those keys to improve on are coming up with an idea, enthusiasm, video professionalism, going into detail when talking about topics, a video plan, being more seated and lost off-putting by my movements, adding a title, posting it immediately after doing rather than waiting to try and show urgency, trying to look more into the camera, rewatching my videos, plan out my videos, stop with ums, ers, and useless words. Those last two are the ones that I'm going to focus on this week. So it will be planning out my videos, stopping the ums, ers, and useless words. Also, if anybody watching remembers those and they see that I'm lacking in some, point it out. Slate me through it, point it out. It's the only way I'll get better, only way I can keep improving. Is if people, and with obviously myself, notice these things and try to show improvements. So, episode 47. Today's title is Expand Your Horizons. Within that, I'm going to talk about don't just take one viewpoint, get opinions from various sources, the problem in today's society, the result if things don't change. As always, this is just my opinion. If you disagree, great. If you agree, great. But ultimately, this is just my opinion. So take it or leave it. And these are videos are meant to be sort of conversational, just me putting forward my ideas. Some might be great, some might not be, and then in the future I can see what I did think on, reflect on what I thought about, why I thought X, Y, Z, and maybe learn from it and show how maybe I was right, maybe I wasn't right, and just show growth. Overall growth is ultimately my goal. So, expand your horizons. What I've noticed in today's society is a lot of problems with how people just take the first kind of viewpoint they hear, or not even the first viewpoint, maybe just the loudest viewpoint and the common viewpoint, and anything else that isn't that viewpoint they slate. Right? And I think this is partially to do with laziness and how my generation especially is just so lazy, and the fact that it gets everything so quick, I feel like it thinks it should deserve everything so quick, and everything does come so quick. So when something doesn't, like an informed, evaluated, overall confident viewpoint, that which takes time to achieve, because it takes time, people don't really obtain it because they're constantly searching for that quick thing, and they think, oh, viewpoint there, opinion there, that must be right, because everything else is so quick, and they don't expand on that viewpoint and actually think, oh, is that actually right? Well, let me watch maybe something to back it up. Oh, great, backs up. So multiple people and sources obviously thinking, okay, now let me sort of search for some contradictory stuff. All right, why is it contradictory? This, and this. Who are these people? Who were the people originally making the viewpoint? All right, is there any more people who are actually slating it, or is it just one guy out of a million? And then with that, you gain opinions, you gain viewpoints, you gain sources, and then you can make an overall and valued opinion with obviously thinking about it yourself. And I think this is another thing that people do, is they sort of take information in and don't necessarily think about it from themselves. And I've done this before. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it's something that I very much try and improve on into the future. Because, we sort of just take one viewpoint and we think, that's got to be right. Don't actually think the logic through in our heads. You think, oh, BBC saying it must be right, obviously, because the BBC saying it. Obviously it's right because the BBC saying it. When in reality, if you even just think about it, regardless of obtaining other viewpoints and contradictory viewpoints, if you just thought about what they were saying, common sense would just say it's not true. Your eyes would even say it's not true a lot of the time. So we need to, as a society, not just take one fucking viewpoint. Seek contradictory viewpoints in particular. And this is done through getting opinions and information from various sources. which might be uncomfortable, especially to start with. Because at the end of the day, when you're having a viewpoint, it becomes sort of who you are, right? It becomes your opinion, it becomes your being. And when someone contradicts that, it's sort of like, shit, they're attacking me. And I think we need to learn to separate not only our opinions, but viewpoints, and separate that from who we are and allow them to be attacked. Because if you allow them to be attacked and you can still remain with the viewpoint, you know it's a fucking confident viewpoint. You can respect the viewpoint. Not only that, if someone then attacks it in person, you can then respond accordingly because you have the answers already, right? And you can think, you know what I think is actually confident, which you therefore can put more emphasis and more energy into it, and you can support it even further. But most people don't. Most people just sit there and go, oh, one viewpoint. Oh, no, can't ever contradict it. Can't ever have anybody debate it. And in today's society, the art of debating is just lost. Like, you never see, Biden and stuff. When's he debating anyone? Obviously, I'm not American, so again, this is just my perception of it. But I'm pretty sure. I remember a few weeks ago they had the RFK and begins with H, Dr. Hertz or something like that, talking about vaccine stuff, and he wouldn't debate him. Why not? If you're right, fucking debate them, man. Right? And we need to get over the fact that, we can never be wrong. Dude, of course we can. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. Right? If you can only learn something if you're wrong. Right? Or you don't know. People who just constantly think they're always right, constantly think they can never be wrong, are never able to learn something new, never able to grow as a result, because that's what happens when you learn stuff new. You grow as a result, which halts progress in society. And too many people, the problem in today's society, too many people look at the first sign of information, right? They don't actually find other varying resources, and they're unwilling to find contradictory sources that may put their viewpoint under test. It may test their viewpoint, but ultimately that is how you form a viewpoint. That is how you become educated and informed. And things change. It's another thing. Things fucking change. Just because you have a viewpoint now doesn't mean you have to have it in 10 fucking years. And this is the same with everything. Science, archaeology, fitness, health. So many people are like, oh, you had this viewpoint 10 years ago. Bro, I was 13. What do you mean I had this viewpoint 10 years ago? Of course, it's not going to be the same. Some things might. But overall, of course, I'm not going to have every viewpoint. Even if in 10 years now, I'm 33. Of course, I'm not going to have the same viewpoints. Some of them might be the same. Some of them might feel stronger because they've been tested, because they're strengthened. Having a viewpoint is like going to the gym and building your muscles, right? When you put it under strain, it ultimately grows, right? It grows, get better, and it's stronger. It's stronger. And that's the desire. That's what you should seek, a strong viewpoint. Not just one that's flimsy that anybody can make a fucking stupid argument and it can be taken down. Not only do you look insecure, you look fucking stupid. Some of these people like that have the most stupid viewpoints. And I see them, it's so easy to put, it's so easy to pick holes in their viewpoint. And you just got to think well, they obviously haven't tested their viewpoint. And obviously they haven't even fucking thought about it. Because if a 12-year-old can pick holes in it, and they haven't, and they're fully grown adult, obviously haven't put much thought into it. If they haven't put much thought into it, they haven't put much care into it. And if they don't care about it, then they don't particularly respect it. If they don't respect your viewpoint, as I've always talked about, they lack respect. They lack respecting yourself. I feel like if you respect yourself, you want everything you say and all your opinions to sort of be able to be backed up, right? You want them to be strong, confident, as you want your being to be strong and confident. And you do that because you respect it. If you respect it, others will respect it. And if you don't, why would someone else respect you? You or your viewpoints. And if we don't change as society, just worse and worse and worse things and changes will occur, because society will come together and just form stupid viewpoints because no one's actually thinking about it. No one's actually educating themselves on the subject. And everyone's scared of something contradictory to the point where no one really knows where the source of the viewpoint came from because no one's really thought about it. And then it will perpetually snowball into bad decisions as a result because you're not educated on it. You're just making bad decisions. And society will crumble even more and more and more. So it's been good, cool. Something to think about. 10 minutes. I've been Keelan. Peace.